Hello, everyone. I'm alone today for the start of this Scoot Friday, and Maciek will be joining me in a couple of minutes. He's probably taking Apollo, the dog, out for his little walk. Um, so, what are we going to cover today? There's already a lot of questions. Oh, hello, everyone. Not a familiar name. Shout out to Austin and Mr. Brenner, Martin. Always good to see you. All right. So we got a few questions before the live, as we usually do. We're gonna cover them. We're gonna cover them first, and then we're gonna go into the question live. So let's jump right in. How am I doing? Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. Today it's pretty sunny in Montreal. We are finally getting rid of the snow. You can see. Wow. Huh? Um, and I'm about to leave for China on Sunday. We're gonna go see. I'm gonna go see the production of the Apollo Pro, Apollo Go, and Apollo City and Air. All of them actually. So that's pretty cool. And it's always a great time in China. No, yeah, saying karaoke. We see our old team, and prototypes move a lot faster when we go there. So we're actually going there to see three different prototypes, not all scooters. I'll let you guess what it could be. All right. So a few questions that we got. Pro versus Phantom, which one and why? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is price. If you can afford a Pro, go for it. But it's a lot more expensive than a Phantom, obviously. No Phantom. Now we are at the V4, so it's a proven scooter. Couple of issues in the past, but now they are all fixed. So you know that you're not getting a first generation. Hello, Maciek. Welcome.
Hello, hello. Yes, sorry I'm late. I was just wrapping up with our team. Hi everyone, nice to see you as always.
Yes, some familiar name. Um, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. So the sun is shining. It feels like spring. It's always this exciting part when March is such a weird month, at least being in Montreal, because it starts and it's winter and it ends and it's summer, and I feel like we kind of come alive in the 4 weeks of March as a business, as a team. So yeah, I mean it's great. How about you?
Great. I said the same thing. Love this stuff.
Okay,
I showed it to the audience as well. So very
wonderful.
excited for that. We covered. I told them that we are going to. I'm going to China on this Sunday, and
Yeah.
now we were on the topic of covering Pro versus Phantom.
Hmm.
I was explaining that the Phantom's up at this point. It's a V4. It's proven, and now we are equipping it with our latest throttles as well. So that's very exciting. The Pro is the latest and greatest. If you want Bluetooth speaker, the IoT, like the new display, the phone holder integrated that is charging your scooter, your phone, not the scooter yet. You go for the Pro. And if I feel the Pro is so ridiculously made that nobody's ever gonna make a scooter like this in the future with those big casts. It's so expensive; it doesn't make any sense. So if you want something that's gonna last and it's gonna be unique forever, go with the Pro. If you want something to just take off road and beat it for a couple of years, then probably go with the Phantom. The Pro can be taken off road too, but
Yeah. Well, there's actually a video we're dropping on this, I think, next week. Randy, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically a portfolio walkthrough. And Randy put it quite eloquently, where basically the Pro is everything we are capable of doing in the scooter world as a business. It's by far the most ambitious scooter ever made, and probably the best scooter you'll ever ride. So if money is of no concern to you, if budget is unimportant, and you simply want the best, go for the Pro. But like Alwa said, if you want a scooter that you don't mind getting dirty, something that you can just kind of beat up a little bit and feel good about it still, no frills, high thrills, as Randy put it too, the Phantom's for you.
all right. Then the other question is, what is new about the Phantom 2024?
Oh, that's a question for me. Okay.
Yes.
Well, so basically, what we do is we kind of improve our products every production, right? And some of these changes are totally invisible to the naked eye, like in the case of the Phantom, where actually Eloi and his team spent many months redesigning the entire steering shaft. Like it's a major overhaul of one of the most important parts of the scooter, and yet when you look at it, you would never know anything's different, you know. So we wanted to communicate some of these changes that we're continuing to make. And again, I want to be clear that this is not a reason not to buy any of our scooters any point in time, because at any point in time they are the best they've ever been. So if you want a scooter, buy what's available on our site today. We're moving away from these kind of big, you know, annual launches. We're just focusing on making them as good as possible with every production run. And of course, if there's a major introduction, like, I don't know, we've redesigned half the scooter, then of course, you know, we're gonna kind of talk about it and make it more obvious. But if it's just incremental improvements with every production, then there's nothing really worth waiting for, because what we are selling today is already really great. So long story short, yeah, it was the steering shaft that's new on the Phantom. We've also upgraded, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was the motor casings in order to make it a bit less prone to cracking, which was one of the complaints we had before.
Yes.
And then the last upgrade there was the throttles, as you mentioned. So those are the main improvements.
Exactly. The new V8 throttles, and they should be retro compatible if you have a V3. So we're going to make them available on our website for everybody that has a V1 upgraded to V3 or V2. But if you have the quick connectors, it's going to work. And the new display.
Cool. Okay, I'll throw the next one at you. Why does the eco mode on the go have different lighting behavior?
So they all have the same behaviors. When you are in gear 1, our scooters, the rear light flash and the headlight is on. You try to turn off the headlight, it's not working with the app or with the control, and it looks like it's bugging, but it's not bugging. It's called walking mode, and this is a regulation in Europe that you need in gear 1 to have all your lights flash at the back, on and the front, and be limited to 5 kilometers an hour, I believe. So, you know, we implemented this so it's easier for us when we expand, you know, to Europe, because it's already compliant. We also have all the certification, you know, so it makes sense. But we got so many requests for this, thinking that people think it's bugging the scooter, or it's broken. And we are still not selling, like in France, for example, where this is a regulation that we decided from the next production to just completely remove it. It's something that's going to be in the future available to remove with a software update. But we already explained in the past, we need to update the display of the scooter, and that's going to be available as of like May or June. So for now, don't worry, it's not broken, and it's just called walking mode.
I almost feel like we can start every Scoot Friday with like the same top 3 questions, you know. This would be one of them. It comes up so often. Do you offer financing for all scooters? Yes, we do. It's available on both the US and Canadian sides. When you get to checkout, just simply choose Affirm. Affirm is the financing partner that we use. Yeah, just follow through with the application, and you'll know if you get approved or not within seconds. Will there be test drives in Montreal this summer? Yes, absolutely. We've actually already started doing test drives. You can just head on over to our site and then click the little thing in the bottom right corner. It's called Mavinoid, the little pop-up, and then you'll be able to book your test drive through there. Can anyone join the Apollo referral program? So we have 2 programs, just to be clear. There's what we call the loyalty program, where you get to any customer can just sign up for that. And if you refer a friend, you get rewarded with the Apollo amps. That's our points that you can use towards a new purchase or an accessory or whatever. And then there's the kind of affiliate program. So if you're someone who creates content, if you're someone who has an audience, if you're someone who broadcasts a message on a regular basis, then that's what we call the affiliate referral program. That's, for example, how we have a working relationship with Electric Scooter Guide and many other reviewers. So depending on which category you fall into, if you're kind of just someone who is passionate about the brand and you want to tell your friends about it, then I think the first program, the customer loyalty program, makes more sense for you. But if you're someone who, like I mentioned, has an audience and you want to promote Apollo through that, then you can definitely sign up. There is an application process for the latter, I should mention, though. Cool. Oh, wow. Tell us what Apollo amps are.
Yes, so the amps are rewards point, basically. It's what does it stand for? The M, Matt, again? I remember it's Apollo.
It doesn't stand for anything. It's just it sounded.
It's a mileage program, no? Miles program.
Well, that's used to be. It makes sense.
AMPS, it's basically a loyalty points that you gain through different action. Right now, you can go on our website and create a Shopify account, an Apollo account, basically, and there's going to be a couple prompt to gain some points. You can share your experience to get some points. You can download the app to get more points, or refer a friend, like I were mentioning, to get other points. And we decided to take it to the next level and bring it inside the app. So how do you win points inside the app? Well, you just ride your scooter and you record your ride. So when you go for a ride, you click on the ride button, and then it's going to start like the whole GPS tracking and sending us the data about all the sensors of your scooter, which is what we use to make decision about our future models and to see problems often happen in advance. So we are rewarding you. We're rewarding the fact that you're sharing this data with us with AMPS, and we just want more people to use the app as well. We think it's a great app, and this is a pretty good incentive to use it. So every miles you're gonna do, it's gonna equal 1 point, and you need 10 points to have $1. And the goal in the long term is to create some specific event of maybe when you create a group ride and there's a lot of people, well, you get double the amount of points, or like a weekend with holidays, it's also double the amount of points, or things like that. There's a lot of flexibility of what we can offer in the future. And the first step is really to link it to the app, to the scooter, record your ride. And as we mentioned multiple times, it's going to be retroactively granted since the 1st of September of last year when it's launched. So as of now, you can record your ride, and when we launch it, you're going to see all your points appear within the app.
So, well, just to be clear, it's 1 amp per mile, and 10 amps equals $1 in value, right?
Exactly.
And is it mileage based in Canada as well, or is it kilometer based in Canada?
It's going to be the equal. You can put your app in kilometers, but it's going to be 1.4 kilometers to equal 1 point.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's still going to be the mile distance equivalent, basically, just calculated in kilometers.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, just to kind of tell a few of you about why this is such an interesting program. Fundamentally, the thing that we want people to do is just ride our scooters as much as possible. That's all we care about doing, right? Like, if you boil down the whole business to one thing, it's just we want more people on scooters than on any other mode of transportation, because we believe scooters are better than driving cars. That's simple. And so Elwha's team has been working really, really hard to bring this program to life. It's the first program of its kind. There are no other scooter companies, as far as I am aware. If you are aware of any scooter companies that have a mileage-based loyalty program, do let us know. And so what you can do with this is, like Elwha said, 10 miles give you $1, and you can use that. I'm just looking at the list of rewards here on anything from getting discounts on merch and accessories, all the way up to getting discounts on brand new scooters. So if you've actually ridden your scooter enough to the point where you're ready for an upgrade or something, you can get up to $300 off a new scooter, which is huge. It's the only type of discount of that size that we actually offer. And eventually we want to start releasing, custom accessories or custom merch and custom upgrades, maybe even through this program, so that our riders can benefit from it. Cool. Right. How much mileage is on your open box scooters, and are they a safe purchase?
Yes, they're a safe purchase. So all our open box, it's not we get a scooter back from our customers and we just ship it to you. We do the whole inspection. There's a big inspection list, the same that we have in China, and we go through it. And if there's anything that is scratched or damaged, well, we replace it. And if not, it's going to be indicated. About the mileage, it depends. Some of them are brand new. Someone changed their mind. They ship back the scooter. The box is a bit damaged, or okay, you cannot send that as a brand new one. So some of them are like this. Some of them, someone take it out of the box. They say, "Oof, it's pretty heavy." They do 2 kilometers on it, put it back in the box. So there's going to be 2 kilometers. Yeah. What is the maximum Maciek that we accept?
The maximum mileage, you said?
Yes.
Well, so basically we only accept returns within 14 days, right? And so the mileage typically doesn't exceed more than 50 kilometers. It's very rare that someone would return a scooter with more than 50 kilometers, unless there is, some unusual circumstance where we basically accommodated a one-off request for someone with more mileage. But if you look on our site, most of them are like realistically between 0 and 20 kilometers. The way that they're actually priced is based on the reason for return. So, for example, if somebody returned it because there was a scratch on the scooter that happened during shipping, which is, by the way, a totally normal reason why people return scooters, that scooter is going to be slightly discounted, versus if it's a scooter that somebody rode for 10 kilometers and they're like, maybe it doesn't go as fast as I want it to, or maybe like I said, it's too heavy. But there's signs of light use on the scooter. That scooter is going to be a little bit more discounted than the one that just came with the scratch, that's brand new. So anyway, there's a whole tier structure with regards to how we price them. But as Awa said, every single one of them is inspected by our team. So in a weird way, they're actually, I don't want to say safer necessarily, but they're more thoroughly inspected than our quote unquote brand new scooters, because they go through an extra layer of checks. That's all, simply because they were used before. So totally safe and definitely great value. We drop them on the site every 2 weeks roughly. Really, really good value. Highly recommend you keep an eye on that section if you want to score a good discount on the scooter.
All right. So I guess now we're ready for the live question. Starting with none other than JJ. Hello, JJ. Any update for the kickstand on the city? Easy for it to fall and break the side LED, blinker, plastic. My only issue with the scooter is too easy to break. Wish there was like a rubber plastic instead. Yeah, so the kickstand, we're releasing a new one, as you know. What's happening with this kickstand? When we install it, well, basically it's put in place for the production. So if you order a city, I guess they're about to get delivered soon, the one with this new update, you're gonna get it. For everyone that wants to purchase it to install it on their 2022 or 2023, we are doing the upgrade kit now. So we made one sample, it was too long, it was tipping the scooter over. We made another sample that is also a bit too long, and this one I got it yesterday. So next week we're gonna make a third sample, probably when I'm in China, and we're gonna figure this one once and for all. So it should be available in about a month, I would say, maybe a bit more. For the plastic covers, we tried some bumpers that you like put on top of the cover. Maybe I can try to find a picture. But even when we were dropping the scooter on the side, it was cracking. The only other solution is to try to make the transparent part into some kind of a rubber soft material. Or just change the turning signal altogether.
Just to jump in, like the reason why we, I guess, chose this type of turn signal is because it was really important for us to be able to have an actual turn signal that shines to the side as opposed to just in the front or back, which is kind of what because Elwal looked at like 3, 4, 5 different turn signal kind of options from off the shelf. And basically all of them either signal in the front or in the back of the handle. None of them actually have the light on the side, which we thought was the most important one. So yeah, that's why it is what it is. And that's why you're getting an extra set of 2 covers. But we understand it's a bit of a pain in the butt still. So I mean, if anyone has any suggestions on, or maybe if you just decide it's not important to have a properly visible turn signal and you instead want something that's a bit more subtle, let us know. We'll always take that into account.
All right, lovely. Hey, Shop App says my go ride Monday from Austin. Quick question on my City Pro. The rear brake line is damaged and I am taking it to NYC servicing tomorrow. Can the brake line be replaced easily? Yes, it's pretty easy to replace. It should take less than an hour. Let us know how your experience goes at our NYC repair center. It's a great team. Still from Austin, JJ, I have the same issue on my City Pro. When I fold the stem down through, though, even if it falls over, they don't get damaged. So and that's important to highlight too. When we went to China last time in Maciek, we're trying to break those turning signals to see how easy it is, and we're just slamming the scooter on the ground, and we're not able to break them. But I know some of you, they just drop it and they explode. So I think it's when they're loose a little bit. So when there's the impact, all the threads shift and then it cracked. If they're super tight, we really tried and we couldn't break them.
The solution is don't trip your scooter, I think.
When can I order the new lock and side view mirrors for my Beta Pros? We are looking at 2026. The new lock, it's made. I got the videos. As some of you might know, we changed the mold multiple times. And last week was the last time we're changing it. We got a sample and now it's working. The production is starting officially tomorrow on Saturday. And it's going to take about a week to do. After that, we put it in a container and we ship it. So again, next week when I'm in China, I'll try to grab videos, show you the production, and we can share it with everyone who pre-ordered one of those locks. It works really well. For the mirrors, the only thing we're waiting on is to we open mold to fit on the. We want them to fit on everything, just like the lock. We open mold to fit on the handlebar of the Go, which is very special. It's big, and the City. So we are waiting for this to be ready. It should be in about a week or 2 weeks that they're ready. Then we pass the order, make the custom box, assemble everything together. That takes usually around 20 days, a bit more. So I would say in about a month and a half, we should have them. But again, we'll try to let you know. Maybe we can send an email resuming like the different ETAs for those accessories, because we do get those questions every. Yeah. It's gonna be worth it though. They're very nice.
Yeah.
From JJ. Yes, were you going to say something?
No. Just keep going with the questions.
What's up, Apollo? Monsieur Brenner, long term, I think I would redesign the handlebar turn signal cover or assembly to be more durable. Seems to be problematic. Or if the part is inexpensive, ship them out in box of 8 or so. Yes, I think I'll redesign it instead of shipping 8 in that box. I'll just do it. There is other one, it's just they are so big. If you look at them, like the classic one, so we're looking into it. We're gonna find a solution. Don't worry. Yeah. Dave Black, hello. Hey Dave, hope you're doing well. Madame Catherine Monette, allô, est-ce qu'il y aura un Air 2024 dans le futur? Will there be an Air 2024 in the future? Thank you. There is an Air 2024 and it's currently selling. We do call it like this, I think. There was some change for the Air in 2024. We just did not advertise them, but it's a better product than 2023. And I think we just need to communicate this better. So if you order an Air in the coming weeks, you should get the new version. And it's gonna be reflected on our webpage as well. We're gonna be adding those improvements. So the answer is yeah. As of probably this week, you're gonna get the new one. Anything else to add, Mathieu?
No, just incremental improvements every production. Whenever you're buying a unit, you're always getting the latest and the greatest version. There's no.
It's not going to be a redesign.
Yeah, exactly. But if we're doing a proper overhaul, we're not going to just drop it out of nowhere. Like we drop these incremental improvements, we typically talk about them far in advance, right? So just rest assured, you're not at risk of buying one today and then realizing a week from now that there's a new version out.
Exactly. We're talking about brighter headlight, like the direction stopper, the quality of the bearing use, the waterproofing to improve even more. So it's all small things like this that you don't see from the outside, but it's going to result in a better experience. I hope this answers your question, Catherine. Austin, there's a brand out there that has metal case over them that still allows a lot of light to come out. I saw every possible type of turning signals out there. The problem is just the size. They already take a decent amount of space, and the handlebar of the Air and City are so wide they barely fit in the porte. So it's adding this. It's big. We tried all of them before, but again, we are looking into it. We're gonna find something even better than everything out there. Get some stuff done while you're there in China. Yes, we'll get some good stuff done while we're there. No, no doubt about that. From Austin, from JJ, Austin, need more info on that. So please, you guys, continue to share your ideas. Austin, I don't remember the name of the company. I saw it on ESG review on a scooter a few months ago. Not sure if it is something you can buy separately. That's what I was trying to show before, and my AirPods dropped. But we did try covers like this. It might be hard to see. but it's covers that you put over the plastic, like as an accessory. But again, when you drop it, the covers just go right into the plastic, so it's not working. We need to find another one. Enough of the turning signals for today. We're gonna find a better one. Phantom throttle cost, I don't know, Dave. We need to look into it. Those V8 throttle are definitely more expensive than what was on it before, and there was some custom adaptation to the waterproof connector. It's not built the same thing as a Pro in the city in the air, so it's we're gonna put it on the website, but probably around I don't know. As an Apollo Pro user, from Eric. As an Apollo Pro user, is there anywhere in the app where I can lock the wheel without setting the alarm? I try locking the scooter on the subway to prevent it from moving. Alarm is triggered. You know what you could do is to use the kill switch. That would lock the wheel but not have the alarm triggered. But that's maybe a bit intense. Just lock it in the metro. So probably no. The thing I would suggest, I saw some people doing what they do on motorcycle. You have like a handbrake with the brake handle, like a car handbrake. So some people just use like a strap that they're gonna put around both brake handles, so they are always pressed, so the vehicle is not moving. This is what I would suggest, as we don't have a way to lock the scooter in the wheel without the alarm, except the kill switch. With any movement, I am on iOS. Okay, trigger the alarm with any movement. I am on iOS. This will be very useful in other scenarios like transporting the back of the vehicle. Yes, indeed. That would be nice. Not for now, but consider our other scooter. Funny enough, they don't have the speaker, so you don't have this problem. It's the Pro, and like too much is not enough. Can I swap out my grips on the Pro? If so, can you make a video to show how? Thanks. From Big Dunk. Yes, you can. The only important thing is you need to have metal ring at the end of the other handle grip, like the Pro has, because this is going to help secure the turning signal in place. And it needs to be 22 millimeter, and that's it. It's going to work. 22 millimeter is standard for pretty much everything. So just make sure that both ends are open. If they're not open, cut them, and you need to have the metal ring to make it work. All right, I got my Pro and only rode it like 6 times. We had crappy weather in New York, and I have been traveling like crazy from NIS. But I'm still having issues with the app. A month ago, I have reached out to service. It's possible. With the app and the Pro, we launched a lot of new things. Connect Plus this week that you now can either use your free subscription or put your credit card to pay for it. It's getting better. I'm not aware, and I don't see your name or even your email, so I'm not sure. I can find the issue that we are having right now, so maybe you can just drop it here. The app is getting better, and it's very clear the path towards success of how to have a stable app, and that's going to include new cool features such as the amps that we're not reinventing the app, but we're adding great things to it to make it a lot better. And the other big things is just to make it more intuitive to use. So the whole onboarding and setup process to add your scooter, that's going to be revamped in 3.10. We are launching 3.8 in 2 weeks. It's every 3 weeks a release, but yeah, we have great things coming like this. Sorry for the trouble that you're having currently. Yeah, I think the accessory discount is actually the best value from Lays. Basically, can get stuff for free. Yes, exactly. 10 mile an amp in US is for $1 USD. Yes, exactly. 10 amps is $1. That same person, Laiza, yeah, we got a Phantom 60 volt refurbished, and it's pretty great. Well, that's lovely to hear. Those 60 volts, they push a lot. It's a nice scooter. Not fair. 10 miles for 10 miles for 10 amps and $1 USD, and 14 kilometers for 10 amps for $1 Canadian. Not fair for Canadian. That's fair. Fair. We are about to launch our own currency.
Yeah, Apollo coin.
Yeah. What do you suggest, Maciek, for that?
Well, I think it's a valid complaint. Maybe what we can do, since we're already using miles as the primary kind of measure of distance, maybe we use the US dollar as the primary measure of value. So instead of getting a dollar for 14 kilometers, be getting a $1.35, which is equivalent to 1 USD. And that way it's all aligned. So I think probably just another hoop for the software team to jump through. But that would be the easiest thing.
Lovely. Lovely. Thank you for the suggestion. Is there going to be a scooter that will replace the Apollo Goes from Hardy Jack? Probably. We are looking into what could be interesting. Now, what would be very helpful, as we always say, let us know either by customer service or Facebook or anywhere that you can reach us. What would you like to see in a replacement of the Ghost or a Phantom or any scooters? And that's always very insightful for us. But yes, we are looking into something that would replace the Ghost and be better, obviously. Is there an update for the app, or does it automatically update? So there's two flow for that. The first one is the official release that all of you gonna get updated usually automatically on your phone when we push a new one. I think that's a phone setting, if you update the app automatically or not, but you're gonna see it that there's a new update. The other flow is you join the beta group for the software testing, and this is all hidden. You need to join like the group, then you have Test Flight, which is like a tester app that then you can submit feedback and stuff on this, and then you have access to every release we do. We do a release at this point every day, but the one that you see is every week usually, and that's how you get the latest and the greatest, but often with bugs, and that's why we have this group, is to see those bugs before we push it public. So if you are interested in joining this group, you can join we have a beta form on our website that you can drop your name there, and we can add you to this group. Back to kickstand. Well, does the new SV4 Phantom have the same kickstand? Could be a bit stronger. It's the same kickstand. The V3 of the Phantom is still the kickstand, and by far, it's the one that has the least amount of problem on the Phantom. So no, it stayed the exact same. And for the Phantom, we will not change the kickstand ever. It's going to stay like this for the remaining of the life of the Phantom. That being said, it's a pretty standard bracket, so you can put any other one pretty much. My Go is coming Monday too. Let's go. So that's a City Pro, a Phantom 60 volt, wow, and a Go in my Apollo fleet. Excited. Well, that's lovely. Thank you for sponsoring us. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy the Go because you have, like, again, the City Pro, the Phantom 60 volt, and the Pro. They are all radically different, and the Go is just like little brother / evolution of those. So it's gonna fit right in with the other ones. I'm curious to hear your feedback, seeing that you have such powerful scooter and you're getting that small dual motor scooter. You're gonna find it interesting.
And if you don't mind, flip us your order number or something so we can find you in the system. We could send you a little thank you gift as well. It's not often we see customers with so many scooters in their collection.
Delivered by Maciek himself. Flying. Martin Brenner, will the V8 throttle feel more progressive than the current throttle on the Phantom V3? The throttle are still a bit jumpy. Probably as it's gonna feel the same as the CD and the Pro, so which are very smooth. So yes, you should get a smoother response. Maybe it would be interesting to make a video showing the old one versus the new one. Is it worth upgrading? But yes, they should. We are mostly doing this just to be so they all have the same throttle, our whole lineup, and it feels much more premium compared to the rubber that you had on the old Phantom. But yeah, maybe we can make a video about it because it's a good question. Lastly, from Intervention 9746, will you develop a brake lever region brake instead of a throttle type for the scooters that only have one brake lever for the drum brake? What would we brake lever system region? Okay, brake throttle. Okay, I made a design that I presented to the team last week, and they said they didn't like it. That was exactly it. There is brake levers like this out there. So what is Intervention N746 asking? I believe, can we have a brake handle that have no brake cable, but that it's basically the throttle for the region? Those things do exist, and I almost feel it's maybe more natural, at least by reflex, to grab a brake handle to brake. So it would be interesting. There's a couple problem with this. The first one, it's big, right? It's taking a lot of space on the handlebar. And we're never going to do a scooter that don't have a mechanical brake at the very least, like a flap one like the old scooters. So we still need a brake handle. And this is why we chose the brake handle that we currently have. Our brake handle, compared to everyone else that I'm aware on the market, they have 3 wires inside, and it's because there's a position sensor in the brake handle, meaning that it's acting exactly as the other brake handle I just described, but you have the brake cable on top of that. If you brake just a little bit on the brake handle, it's going to brake a little bit on the regen. And if you go all the way, it's going to apply full regen. And our guys at the warehouse took it to the next level. They replaced the throttle of the scooters with just a brake handle, and it works perfectly. It's pretty funny. It's buttersweet. It's like the best example to show, yeah, we have 3 wires, and it's so precise. Yeah, for now, we're going to keep those brake handles because you have the bell integrated. They're rock solid. We never had any defect with them. And there's a brake cable linked to them that is easily adjustable. So for now, this is the plan, and we're going to keep a regen throttle on the left. Lastly, last question. NIS moving to Nevada, I guess, from New York. Just learn you can't go faster than 35 miles per hour. Is this true? If you guys are aware of that, that blows the whole point of buying the Pro, was to go fast AF. Well, it's like that everywhere, right? Here in Montreal, it's 32 kilometers per hour. The maximum speed limit in New York now, apparently, it's 20 kilometers per hour. So that's why our scooter comes locked out of the box at 20 kilometers per hour. And you can unlock it on your private property to the speed that you want. So it's up to your discretion. But yeah, everywhere has different speed regulations. So it's unfortunate, but that's the reality. From online user, I was curious if a simple seat can be put on the Apollo City 2023. A simple seat, I'm sure we can find one that fits. So if you rip out the grip tape, you're going to see there's 4 holes with 4 insert that you could attach it there. So you can try to find something that's going to match this. G Wright, when will we see more Apollo branded accessories for the new lines of scooters? This is coming. I have most of them here. And I'm just waiting to get all the final box and all the branded accessory, and we're going to post a nice videos. But we have about 6 new accessories that we mentioned multiple times in the past. So stay tuned. This is coming. They're beautiful and high quality. Trottinette work with the Tor logo. Maybe Tor scooters. Have you watched the latest video from Freshly Charged? I did, from the Yumi scooter with liquid cooled controllers. It's very interesting. I didn't like Yumi in the past because of the point that they highlighted, but it seems like they're getting better. It's I would like to open one. Like the only thing I was thinking the whole review, I was like, can we open it and see like the liquid cool inside? I never seen it, and is it gonna last? You don't want liquid on your battery. But yeah, shout out to Freshly Charged, great channel. Last question before we are already 8 minutes over time. Just ordered the Go from Noah. 3rd scooter in my fleet after the Phantom V1 and the Air Pro 21. You were due for an update, Noah. But curious if the City Pro will see an update this year with dot display and other feature from the Go and Pro. This is a great question. We are working on something that would bring all the models closer in terms of aesthetic and function. So it's in the pipeline. Like I mentioned, for the replacement of the Ghost, if you have any of those ideas, let us know. Just post on Facebook. Everyone. We read Facebook every day, and that's going to be a source of inspiration for us. That is it for today. 8 minutes over. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Maciek, for joining.
Thank you for hosting.
We are going in China next week. So we will be posting videos. If there's anything you want us to do to record, let us know in the comment of this live on YouTube, and we'll be sure to show it to you. So thank you, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next week. Bye.